What's up, Ghost and Ghouls? It's the one, the only, JT Ripper, and I'm back here with
Tide of Thunder.
And we're here with a movie review of 2023's Zombie Town by Mr. R.L. Stine. You might know him famously from his Goosebump series, the original from the 90s, the movies that they made with Jack Black, and the new series that they have on Disney and Hulu. So you've seen some of his work before, probably.
Yeah, and this one was no different. It's not horror, and it's
kids friendly.
It's kid friendly. It's one of those like what do you say, like early teenager type of movies.
Halloween Town, like those kind of vibes.
Yeah, maybe pretty much.
Maybe a little bit like grown up, a little bit more grown up than Halloween Town, but not as grown up as, I don't know, something.
Well, this time around, instead of having a Jack Black character, we have Dan Aykroyd in kind of the lead role in this film, providing basically the story about what's going on. It's kind of a decent, story about this filmmaker. He's a horror director, and he's kind of one of those he's celebrated. It's much like your George A. Romero's or your John Carpenter's or whatever in this world. Yeah. He's kind of like the big dick in Hollywood, right? That makes the horror movies. And the main character in this movie, he works at a movie theater and he can't stand it, right? He's like, oh, this guy, by the way, the Dan Aykroyd character lives in this town, so he's kind of like the local celebrity big shot too. So, and anyway, this kid works at the theater and he's like, oh God, here we go. He's rolling his eyes. He's like, I don't get it. These movies are kind of trash. I don't like them, blah, blah, blah. But everybody else is like, oh God. Anyway, Dan Aykroyd's character, he's got a brand new movie. What was it, like 40 years or something? He hasn't made a movie in 40 years or something.
Yes.
And anyway, he's going to premiere it at the local theater and all of this stuff. And anyway, to fast forward and not bore everybody, the movie is played before it's supposed to be played, and it jolts something and turns pretty much the entire town, except for a certain handful of people, into their version of a zombie. They don't go around eating people or anything. It's more like they suck the soul out of you and you become one of them.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is. I mean,
that's the best way I would describe it.
It's no like gore or anything. It's not like, Felucci's Zombie where it's just like this gore fest or anything. Nothing like that. And it mostly takes place, on this one night. And the whole movie, it's basically this girl and this guy, same guy that worked at the theater, and
he's in love with her, and she's a huge fan of it, and she wants the sneak peek before everybody else, and then, of course, him being a putz like he is, and any other guy trying to woo a girl to get a sniff at the pantalones, he lets her get a sneak preview of not his penis, but the zombie movie, and it's just white and weird sounds, and like you said, the whole town becomes zombies, and then they're on they're on the hunt to figure out what's going on, and that's when they get with Dan Aykroyd's character and come to find out.
He originally wanted the town to be punished and do all this, but he had a change of heart. He realized, oh, fuck, what'd I just do?
Right. And you made the movie sound better than what it was, but
well, I mean, it was just the plot. It's just the plot. I'm pretty sure people at the table when explaining this movie sounded better than what they shot.
Yeah.
I mean, you hated this movie.
This was like pulling pubic hair for me, man.
Like I didn't think it was like I don't think it's a great movie, but I didn't think it was bad. Like I've seen worse. And to me, it was
this is Aykroyd's worst movie.
Like this is his middle of the road.
This is his Garfield.
Well, this movie wasn't designed to be a big Hollywood blockbuster, and if this movie would have came out by, let's say that this was 2003 and it was like Disney Channel original movie, I don't think anybody would be like, oh, that sucked ass. They'd be like, oh, that's pretty good for a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I just didn't. I mean, I know you didn't like it, but it's not. I'm not sitting here advocating for it. I'm just saying, it wasn't that bad to me. It wasn't good, but it wasn't that bad to me. I mean, it's going to be a short review. Yeah. Really,
I guess we should talk about the likes and dislikes. Okay. The pacing in this movie is abysmal for me. I'm going to go over... Actually, you know what? I'll start with my likes. My likes in this movie is Dan Aykroyd. He is Dan Aykroyd. I mean, if you get what I mean, he doesn't really change in the movie he is. He's kind of got that Ryan Reynolds. You get Dan Aykroyd. He's funny as normal. He tries to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, and he does a pretty good job. A couple laughs in it with the zombie that's helping him out, which I don't understand why he was helping Dan Aykroyd. I guess it's because they won't mess with him because, I don't know, they really didn't explain that. Anyway, that's my positives. Anyway, back to the negatives. The pacing in this movie is abysmal. It's slow. The main guy in this movie is a chicken shit with no backbone. I don't think he's likable. I don't think he has very good comedic timing. I don't see any redeemable qualities about him. The girl that he was in love with, I didn't feel no love connection. It felt more like friends. Didn't do a good job about making me want them to be together in the end. Spoiler, they are. And it's supposed to be like that aw moment, and to me I was like, ugh, thank God it's over with. The zombies look like shit in this movie. They could have went like a little bit better with the zombie makeup. It's your typical black eyes, black around the eyes and mouth, whited out, no pupils,
coon eyes.
Yeah, raccoon eyes. It had a lot of plot holes in it. There's no character I really liked in the movie other than Dan Aykroyd, but I went into this movie liking Dan Aykroyd. That's why I watched this movie, is because of Dan Aykroyd. By the way, Dan Aykroyd, I'm going to see if I can say it 52 times. I didn't like the music. I thought the score was crappy. The cinematography was mucky. It just wasn't good. Like that's. I have a lot more negatives than I do positives as far as this movie goes.
Well, like I said, I didn't think this was awful. But it's not good. It's
like watching paint dry.
It's bad to me, but it's not awful. I could see the pace throwing people off, and for a young adult type of movie that's catered more towards teenagers, whatever, it could have been picked up a little bit more. Yeah, I will agree with that. Like you said, Dan Aykroyd is always, Dan Aykroyd. The characters, I don't know. I don't think it was designed to I think it was designed to get the plot over, and that was, this town is going to be turned into zombies. What are we going to do about it? And I think that's the only thing that they fucking worried about in the film. They didn't worry about anything else. Like, everything that you did not like, they probably gave shit all about explaining anyway. And they...
Pretty much. I mean, Dan Aykroyd hated these people because they loved him and praised his movies.
Yeah.
What?
Like, what are they trying to say? Are they trying to make him be like one of those celebrities where it's like, you know, what is he, like Kurt Cobain or something? Like,
I don't know. I kind of felt like this
I want to kill myself because they love me.
I mean, I kind of felt like this was like R.L. Stine kind of like trying to portray himself or something. But yeah, like, I hate you because you love me.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you have to realize that this is based off of R.L. Stine's writing. I don't know who directed this, but they could have got somebody better. I will agree with that.
Yeah, not good. I do believe this did go to theaters.
I don't remember it in theaters, or if it did, it was very limited.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is not in theaters anymore. I don't even think it's on video yet, but it is on video on demand, I think. I know you can watch it if you have Hulu.
Hulu's the place to watch it if you want to
don't
be conflicted.
Yeah, you've got a lot of other great shit on Hulu. Don't watch this movie. That's my recommendation for it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Don't even show your kid this. Like, it's not even a good gateway movie. Me personally, it's, oh man, this made the list for the year. Just because of how boring it is, personally. But as always, we rate these movies on a scale from 1 to 5, just in case somebody's listening that hasn't been listening. This is your first time. We do a half a star all the way to 5 because we think it gets a little bit mucky between 1 to 10. And half being shit, very shit. Number 1 would be not good, but not shit. Number 2 would be what do you say? Good? It's all right.
Well, it kind of goes like you said, half a star, like total shit.
Total shit.
1 is bad. And 2 is take it or leave it type of deal. 3 is normally good. 4 is great, and 5 is out of this fucking world.
Yeah, God tier.
Yeah.
This movie, in my point of view, because of the boringness, it gets a 1.
Yeah, I figured you'd give it a 1, and since I was a little bit more high on it than you, I think it's only natural for me to give it a 2.
That's fine. I'm not going to give it a shit because it's not terrible. It's not like, it didn't piss me off. It just bored me to death like a zombie. Yeah,
like basically, it's basically what we just said. You gave it a 1, which is bad. I gave it a 2, which is take it or leave it, which I think is pretty much how we described how we felt about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think it's pretty accurate.
Very accurate. So, as always, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I'm JT Ripper.
And I'm Todd of Thunder saying toodaloo.
Stay spooky!